Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Hmm. We'll go ahead and get started. Hi, everybody. Hello. Give me just a few minutes here to just bring up everything here. Okay. And here we are. Okay. Um, I first want to thank everybody who chose to um be here live. Taking time out of your day to wanting to hear my side of things, right? Um, I decided to take some time off. Just one because of the whole event's happening. But two, it was also my grandpa's birthday, and I've already made plans to go see him. So again, I had to go out of town to visit him. So that was another thing. Um, I do have alerts and everything turned off right now because again, this is a very serious matter, and so I hope you guys can understand. What we'll be talking about is, all the events happening and, you know, and talking and perhaps talking about, what's to be in the future, right? Um, First and foremost, I want to apologize for, um, to Kenji and his friends and family. Um, Me knowing about the whole uh the doxing situation from Kenji when he first announced it um was something that I one you know uh didn't notice until um until it was published, right? I'm gonna try and you're gonna hear a little bit of blabble, but I'm gonna try and speak my way into saying things correctly. So again, I because again, I want to apologize for Kenji, for me knowing it, for him feeling uncomfortable about it. It's not right. To me, this was something that again, I didn't have any partake in it in any way, in what shape or ever. You know, Me personally, I was just, doing my own thing, my own lane back then when he first announced it. Um, and, During that time, me and Dove weren't as close as we were during the whole Mofongo Boy era. Me and Dove were just mutuals at that during the time. Um, with and I'm gonna just go ahead and just pin that for the next topic. I also want to apologize to um the friends, uh, the friends and mutuals that you know I've hurt. You know, um, it's obvious to me that I've broken trust because I've knew about this information, right? Um, and Me not telling them, right, is part of something that I again, I didn't see myself to bring it up because again, it wasn't, I felt like it wasn't my responsibility. I thought Dove would know better, Dove would do better. After seeing the current events on Twitter and everything, obviously I was wrong. I gave the benefit of the doubt. I thought everything was I thought the whole beef and everything was squashed. I thought everything's all mutual and all good, right? um and Of course, I was wrong. And and that's just something that I gotta you know um take with me. I do hope in time, right, I can better myself, right? Be better in judgment, in character, right? Because at the end of the day, I feel like I am a genuine too nice of a person, in some cases. um I tend to be a bit um very like, as as most I guess very lenient on things, right? um you know and that's what I'm going to say on that. And again, I know some of you guys have questions, and then hopefully that'll also help out, bring some light into things. So in terms of the matters of the group chats, I had no partake in it. I was not involved in it. That was something that I wasn't any way, shape, or form a part of. Any mention of a group chat was not informed until until Kenji announced it recently. Again, I wasn't as close to them as I was during this year. So this whole thing about about all these past actions that people have done, I was not aware of. It's just something that they didn't tell me, and in a way it feels like they didn't want me to know. So again, my trust was broken, and of course, and in result of that, I've trusted them into meeting and seeing other people because of my trust, and I trusted them. And again, the reason why I did show people about Dove, or introduce people to Dove, was because, again, I thought she knew better. I thought I thought everything was squashed between the whole beef situation. I assumed that both sides were satisfied, or was that they mutually agreed. And again, I at the end of the day, it seems that I just only heard one side of the story, because clearly, at the end of the day, Kenji was not, and I knew about the whole thing about still about Dove doing the thing that she did. There's also some things that that I recently saw on Twitter about some of my ex mods also participating in these group chats. Again, I did not know that they were participating in any of those actions that they've done. It's something that they didn't tell me about, and it's something that I wasn't involved in. Again, during this time, the best way I can explain it is that I was, doing my own thing. I was in my own, little bubble. Like, I just understood that, oh, okay, since they're telling me that the whole situation has been resolved, I'm going to assume and think positive, okay, things have been resolved. So again, obviously my trust has been broken, and I've also broken a lot of trust with a lot of friends and mutuals throughout the VTubing sphere. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just discuss about the questions that you guys have. And we're gonna go ahead and mods, if you all can lift up the email only chat, so that way if you guys had particular questions, I'll do my best to answer them, and we can go forward from there. And then maybe if we have time, we can discuss about things about in the future. One thing I do want to let you know about is that okay, here's the first question. Are you and the Mofongo Boys not coming back? We are most likely not. Again, at the end of the day, I feel like the person that was hurt the most was Kami. Because at the end of the day, 3 of us knew about the doxing situation. He did not, and he put a lot of trust in us. Let's see. How are you mentally? I'm getting better. Is this stream gonna be able to watch after this? Yes, you guys will have access to see the this VOD. Did you and Kami and Phoenix know about this only when Kenji posted? I only knew about the doxing situation. Anything that was posted on Twitter, I did not know. I mean, yeah, anything that was posted on Twitter the past few days, I did not know. This is so I have it right. You knew Kenji got doxxed when he first posted it a year or two ago, and you felt it wasn't your place to say anything about it because you were in your own lane being busy and stuff, and didn't know Dove and the others very well at the time, right? So yes, I knew Dove as like a friend. We weren't close as we were close, like, you know, during this whole like Mofongo Boy era and everything. I'm also seeing a person got ads. Please let me know if the ads are over. Um, if there's any ads, I'm so sorry. I try to minimize it the lowest we can. Let me see. Let's see. Have you spoken to Kenji directly? I have not personally. I feel like, you know, at this point there isn't really much to say, of course, than, you know, an apology. But if anything, that's what I would say. But you know, also at the end of the day, you know, he doesn't want to deal with anything like this. He wants to stay in his own lane, and I also want to respect that. What do you plan to do about taking accountability? What's the plan moving forward for bettering yourself? Just being a better, you know, judgment of character, really. It's just staying in my own bubble for a little bit. Do you still feel like you'll still and try and talk with Kami and Phoenix, and you are cutting ties with Kage? I'm not too sure. I'm not really too sure, and I don't think, you know, it's also my part to answer that. In terms of Phoenix and Kami, Kage, from the things that I've been seeing, you know, it hurt me a lot. And I personally didn't see, you know, the things that were showing up on Twitter about the things about what Kage did. I'm very disappointed in him, and you know, and disappointed in myself, and, you know, just like, you know, just supporting a person that would, you know, say those things or have done those actions. Are you still going to debut? And if people don't know about this, I am currently in a process of, I guess, debuting. I don't know. I guess that's still unpaused. Will you still be friends with Kami and Phoenix? Again, I think what's best right now is time, but I do plan on cutting ties for the meantime. I won't butt in. I won't like engage anything until like they probably hit me up or something. Because at the end of the day, you know, I feel like the person that was hurt the most in between, you know, me, Kami, Kage, and Phoenix was, you know, Kami. He didn't know about any of this. I still your ex Ma had the Amigos role. Why do they still have that role, and why have you not kicked them out from the server? That is a mistake. I should be doing that soon. Again, I took time off away from my computer, so I'm recently going to start doing those things once I finish up discussing the matter here. But yes, again, I did not know about what my mods did during that time. And again, I do not agree with those actions that they've done. So, you know, I will be removing them completely. Yes. Are you going to continue streaming? Yes. Again, I do want to grow as an individual. Oh, sorry. Windows security. I do want to, you know, because this is something that, you know, I've always been passionate about in terms of like creating content. I do want to create content for you guys. Yeah. We apologize to Kami. I understand everything and all, but you and him have less to almost no fault. Again, I still have fault. I don't want to assume that I have less fault. I am going to I think after this I would send an apology to Kami or Kenji. Whether they want to read it or discuss afterwards, it's completely up to them. What will happen to the Mofongo Boy channel? Most likely I will see if I can be able to remove them so that I won't be shown anymore. Let's see. Will you be doing solo streams from now on? Yeah, again, I feel like, for the time being, it's going to take a little bit of adjustment for me to like feel 100% for streaming. But for the meantime, yeah. Um, will you be disconnecting with everyone or just the antagonist of the situation? Again, it's more or less, the people that I affected with, um, you know, um, whether they've been, discussed through, the whole, Kenji and the group chat situation that I had no idea of, um, um, and of course, it's also just, uh, people that I've also hurt because of trusting Dove and introducing them. Phoenix said he still wants to be friends with you. Just want to let you know the decision is yours and him. We'll have to see. Again, I do want to give it time. Someone asked if I talked to Kage. I did not. Phoenix is still cool with him, with you, and wants to be friends still. And I appreciate that. I really do. I personally just want to just take a step back. I support you and Kami 1,000%. I understand everyone has made mistakes and all of this. When that is where everyone has up to them, I'm going to continue supporting you, guy, because you are the reason I want to be a streamer. Like, y'all, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Do you plan on continuing streams where you take a step back as well? Again, it's going to take some adjustment. I'll try and stream here and there before I feel 100%. May I ask how long you've known? I've heard about the situation. So like here it is. I've heard from it since Kenji first talked about it. And again, it kind of like it kind of just because at the time, I wasn't close with Kenji, and I was mutuals with Dove. So at the time, it just was like, okay, so it looks like she messed up. Okay, but from what I'm still looking into, it's because at the end of the day, it's still a bad thing what she's done. And me still knowing about the information and still choosing to be friends with her after all that, again, it's just I just assumed and still thought and believed that she would just be a better person after all this. And then once we did get a little bit closer, she told me that she already discussed it with Kenji, and the whole situation was mutually resolved. Why didn't you cut off Dov at the time you found out? Again, we weren't mutuals, and things like that. I mean, we were just mutuals, and I didn't really involve myself, because again, like I wasn't much in it really. I just assumed that things were resolved. Let me see. I understand the Kenji Kage Dove thing, but may I ask what you and Kami did wrong, or why you guys are getting canceled? Again, it's just me taking accountability of like not of still supporting Dove even though what she did was messed up. If Dove doxed Kenji 2 years ago, how come this is surfacing now? Because Kenji still felt unsafe. This was still something that was still in his head. It still didn't feel right, and he had every right to feel that way because again, doxing is just super serious thing that you just can't you just can't downplay. And from what I was seeing on Twitter, she was downplaying it, and that was that's a huge no. Will you take down the videos of you and the Mofongo boys? Out of respect for everybody, yes, I will. Again, I'm just recently back from my computer, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just start deleting everything. And to those who are still coming back, I took time off. I went out of town to celebrate my grandpa's birthday and everything, so that's why I didn't do anything. What about the Off-Kai event? That is an excellent question. So if you guys didn't see on Twitter, Um, Offkai made an announcement about the whole group not attending Offkai. They are allowing refunds if one of the reasons, or just in general, about refunds, about the whole situation. So if you want more information, just please check out Offkai and their post, and just go to their website about it. Did you know about Kage being in the hate group chats? I did not. No, I wasn't in the group chats, and I wasn't aware of him at all. Will you still be the whole debut thing? It's gonna be happening later. I don't know about the whole timing wise yet, but it will happen later. My community does know that I had have a debut plan, but after everything going on right now, I kind of want to push that back a little bit. Let me see. I just like to say that despite the situation, you and your group inspired me as an editor and helped me inspire to be a VTuber. I'll definitely still watch your content. Oh, I appreciate the kind words, and I hope you're doing well. So what about your editing work? Like, aren't you editing under Kage? So will you be financially okay? Again, because of the whole situation, I was unaware of Kage underpaying Ollie and that. I was unaware of the essay jokes. If you guys don't know, I used to edit for Kage. I was Kage's editor. That's how I got close to him. And that's how, we all started. And that's how we, started doing everything. But in terms of right now, I will be editing some of my own content. If you see it similar to how Kage's edits were during his shorts, because that's what I did. That's what I did at the time. I was his shorts editor. So if you guys see, like, hey, why does this look similar to Kage's, style or format? That's because that's what I created. That's what I did. It was my style. It was like the whole thing. Sorry for the repeat. From my understanding, Kami, Phoenix, and Andy were also impressions. Kami found out later, and the others, none of them were part of it or knew of. The group chats have been shown. Is that right? I was unaware of the group chats. Yep, I was unaware of the group chats. Let me see. I think I skipped a question. I think someone, if you knew what Dove did was wrong, why are you still supporting her? It's a question. Again, I am not. I am cutting ties with Dove. After the whole situation, and again, it's like, why are you doing this now after Kenji announced it? Again, I had taken into believe that what Dove told me and what I assumed was that the whole situation was resolved between both sides. Again, I wasn't much involved with it because I wasn't a part of it. So it just kind of just went over, and I just assumed, okay, all right. I just hope that she'd be a better person. Obviously, it's not. Did you talk to Thin? Again, I'm cutting ties from everybody at the moment. I feel like everyone's just, I just want to stay in my own bubble for now. Let me see. What was your reaction to learn about Kage's involvement? Again, I understand you were close friends. So yeah, again, how I knew Kage was because of, editing. I didn't know about the whole situation about him with the whole pay situation and the whole essay joke that he made. Again, I do not tolerate that. It definitely caught me off guard. Let me see. And that's really all I have to say about it. Will you talk with the boys sometimes? Again, I'm deciding to just take some time away from them. Whether that they want to do chat afterwards between everybody apart from Kage and Dove. It's up to them. Let me see. How long is the stream, and are you okay? We could, I just want to, try and tackle a lot of questions as much as I can. Um, let me see. What are your future plans to better yourself and take accountability for your part? Really, it's just, I guess just be a better judge of character for people. Don't, take the benefit of the doubt, right? Do research, I guess. Um, again, over time, I just gotta like just keep, um, you know, um, again, because at the it's that's a good question. I do want to, uh, again, it's just gonna take time. Um, I don't want to. Uh, I don't feel like the whole beef situation felt like it was a part of me because at the end of the day it was between both the respective parties. So yeah, yeah. Are you going back to your previous work? No, I'm still going to be full-time streaming. Um uh Even though the Mofongo Boys cut ties, are you going to delete videos with the Mofongo Boys, keeping them from nice memories you've had with them? Out of respect, I will start taking down videos that has any involvement of the boys. Again, it's just gonna be solo content for quite a while. Again, I feel like that how to better myself question may not have been answered to the best of my ability. And again, uh I just want to be, overall better, Um yeah. Do you think you'll be able to forgive yourself for just staying silent for the time you were aware and not cutting ties with Dove and those people in the hate groups? Again, currently right now, I'm disappointed in myself for not, taking any action within, Dove's situation. Um the whole knowing thing, again, I just took word from them saying like, yeah, it's all good now, it's everything's been agreed, everything's cool, you know um he's gonna be in his own lane, we're gonna be in our own lane, and I'm just like, oh, I mean, all right, okay. um um have you seen Kami's video about the situation? Yeah, again, it's something that is part of my actions, right? I knew about it, and it's just something that I have to um better myself in terms of like um who do I trust in these things. I can't imagine what he's feeling right now, but I hope over time he gets better. Do you have any future plans or any ideas that you have for the future? Again, it's just doing some solo content right now. Will you be taking down the song So Good because Kami and Thin are in the song? Yes. Again, anything content related wise that involve the boys, I will be taking down soon. And it's just out of respect for them, and just not wanting to you know not just put that out anything. um Let me see. Mm-mm-mm. Let me see. Someone said, if it happened to you, how would you feel? Again, I feel like um I'd also feel uncomfortable. Again, I didn't partake in much because again I wasn't involved in it. But it's after seeing everything going down, it's understandable how he feels. So um again, at the end of the day, I feel like Kenji was still brave and strong to call up the matter, and you know and you know, he has every right to feel the way he feels. So did Kami actually leave the group? Yes. Again, the group is no more. The whole Mofongo Boys thing is not gonna be a thing anymore. It's done. It's gonna be done. So yeah. Again, whether how big of a break we'll be taking off, probably for another day or so. Again, I kind of feel, you know, a little bit, I'm still not 100% in terms of streaming just yet, but hopefully later this week, you know, I could start, hanging with my community. I still want to, you know, make sure my community is still, you know, safe. I still want to, you know, continue just being the best person I can be in terms of content. Let me see. Why you didn't tell Kami? Do you think he would have solved this, or at least you wouldn't lose his trust? Again, I feel like, you know, a part of me still should have brought it up. Or maybe I should have, you know, it could have been brought up a few other things. You know, I feel like maybe I should have also talked to Kenji about it. How did he feel about the situation? And you know, or you know, how did you know, or you know, also part of me just feels like, you know, why didn't Dove mention the fact? You know, it's just things that I assumed was, you know, was already, you know, resolved, or you know, just there was an agreement. So I just you know, assumed, and I just went forward from there. Let's see. I know Kenji said he wants to stay in his own lane, but he also said he won't accept public apology. So do you plan on probably apologizing to him and those who were hurt in the situation? Yes. And again, I feel like, you know, I should send an apology to him. He has every right. Right. And again, you know, me, again, I also want to just state the fact, me and him are not like, you know, close or anything like that. Again, the only time I hit him up was for an editing gig. He was looking for editors. I just put my portfolio out, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, I do see a whole like you know, love you Andy thing. Again, I do just want to answer questions. I'll keep looking for, you know, new questions that I've been asked. Again, the VOD will be available after this, so that you guys can look up the video if you guys want to after this. Will you still debut, Andy? Yes, I will, but later. I don't feel right, you know, at the time right now. I don't feel, you know, it's a good time to talk about that either way. But it'll be pushed back probably. Let me see. Will you still talk to the boys? Again, for the time being, no. Will that change? I do not know. It's really up to them. Will you graduate? No. I'm gonna continue making content. Are you also gonna take down? Yes, I'm gonna start taking down any any content in terms of Mofongo Boys. I'm gonna take that down. And again, in terms of the mods, right, I'm gonna be, you know, removing them from the from everything. I didn't know their involvement as well. So that's what I gotta I will be doing after this stream. Again, I just got back in my office. I took some time off. Are you only editing for big time streamers or editing for anybody? I'll have to see. Again, I was Kage's editor. Um, um, and for the time being, I will just edit for myself. Um, I'll probably make an announcement whether I'll start, editing for other people. But for the time being, I'm just gonna just start creating content myself. Um, is there a reason you didn't tell Kami about this? Again, it felt like it didn't come up, which is still not good. Um, but again, I just assume that the whole situation has been resolved already. Um, um, do you have any plans to make your community and content more of a safe place for us viewers, or so something like this doesn't happen again with the future with the mods? Yeah, it's just just being um, you know, and I guess like their involvement. Yeah. Again, I wasn't aware of their actions, and it's just something that I don't agree with. Um. Ed, I know you're leading about. I know you're talking about deleting about the Fungal Boy stuff. What about the vids with just Kami and stuff? Yes. Anything related to them, I will be taking down. Um. Um. Will the Uwu Market Mofongo poster will be shipped to the people that bought it? I would have to reach out to them. I'll have to let them know and see what the situation is about that. So you haven't apologized in private yet? No, I have not yet. But I will be. Again, I just got back. To those who don't know, I just took some time off. And I went out of town to celebrate my grandpa's birthday. But again, I just wanted to take some time off the internet. But I will be sending a message, a personal one to Kenji, after this stream. Did you cut ties with Kage as well? Yes. Again, I do not disrespect. I'm sorry. Again, I do not agree, or I don't like what he did in the past. So yeah. Yeah, I will be cutting ties with Kage. Let me see. People repeating the question. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of repeats. Again, let me see. Let me see. Since you're taking down videos with the Mohongo Boys, will you be taking down the So Good from Spotify as well? Yes. Anything, just out of, the whole situation, I just want to, just start, privating or just removing them. So yeah, I think that's gonna, I feel like that's gonna wrap up about everything. If you have any other questions, let me see. I guess for the time being, what we could do is, for any questions that you have, you can shoot me a DM, I guess. I wouldn't mind answering questions. Just be cautious. Again, I'd advise watching the VOD, right? Again, my involvement, I was unaware of. But if you feel like you still have a question after watching the VOD, just just send me a DM. But please watch the VOD first, just so that we don't get any like repeats. Again, after this, I will be sending a private DM to Kenji, because again, at the end of the day, I did know, and it's something that I have to, just understand what I did was wrong, right? And taking it day by day, but of course it's just something that I gotta just I took the benefit of the doubt about someone, and of course I was wrong, and because of that, a lot of people were hurt, and a lot of people felt unsafe, and but of course it's just about that. Yeah. Okay. again, I appreciate everybody, still wanting to stay. Again, I completely understand if you do not want to continue supporting me because again, at the end of the day, I did know, and it's something that, it's not right. Doxing is is a very serious situation, and I'm going to it's just something that I have to keep bettering myself, especially in the whole VTubing community thing. So yeah, again, if you have any questions, please watch the VOD first and see if the questions have been resolved or if the questions have been answered through there. And if you still have a question after watching the VOD, you can send me a DM. But for right now, again, I'm going to be just taking some time off. Just still figuring out what I want to do. I'll probably be back and get things, rolling again this week, because again, end of the day, I do want to create content. Content is something I'm very passionate about. Editing is still something I'm very passionate about. Again, I'll be sorry to repeat myself. I'm just like, all over the place. I'm gonna send a private message to Kenji. I'm gonna be taking